everybody, welcome to Brick City Tonight. I am your host, MC Araya, and tonight we are joined by a very special guest. His vocal cords have been blessed by Apollo himself. He knows his rhythm and blues, inspired by the great Stevie Ray Vaughan, and some would say that he is the only person who can properly cover Neon by John Mayer. Please put your hands together for the one, the only, Rylee Bapst! Let's go! Woo!
What's up, guys? I'm Rylee Bapst, and I'm super excited to announce that I am one of Brick City's newly signed artists this year, and I cannot wait to make some dope stuff with them and release it for you guys. Stay tuned.
You're our star, man. You're our guest. You're the one and only Rylee Bapst, man. I mean, come on, like you're TikTok famous.
5,000 followers, man. That shit's huge.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. I want to start with like the TikTok thing because that's like different from anyone else that we've had. It's like you not only do you have because like other people have a TikTok, but you actually have like a following, and like you actually I feel incorporate that with your music, and that's kind of your marketing, that's your brand.
Yeah.
You know? Tell me about that.
Well, I started as just like me, wanting to do it, and I've had the guitar thing for a while, but I started singing, and I was posting videos a while ago. They weren't getting, like, in high school, I was a terrible singer, but I was still posting them. And went through, and the better I got, I'd get a video that got like a couple thousand sometimes, maybe, and I'd be like, oh, that was cool. Yeah. But there was some people that would appreciate the guitar thing, so that would build up over time. And then out of nowhere, there was one video I posted, me playing Neon by Mayer, and then that one got like 16,000 views, and I was like, wow, I'm fucking famous. I'm gonna make it to the big times. But no, really, since then it's been like, it's kind of been a thing. I don't take as much time into it anymore, but I know it's a good marketing thing. I know social media is so huge anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly, like your image, your brand, you're able to communicate it, you're able to market it out there in ways that like other people wouldn't be able to. And I think that you have a good sense of humor,
Appreciate it.
Like
I work hard on that.
I've told you a little bit about like some of the TikToks you've made, and they always get like a laugh out of me, Yes. So I think you know how to make good content, and I think that helps a lot when you're advertising music, because it's almost like you are advertising yourself as a musician, but just like secretly, like subtly. Yeah,
I'm more trying to advertise myself as me, because I think about it I actually got a lot of this information from my stepmom. She is big, like her job is like marketing.
Oh shit.
And she was telling me about all this stuff, and I was like, oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, you never want your parents to be right about like something
Absolutely.
that's yours, but
Absolutely.
I mean, she's really right. Like social media is a huge thing.
She told you about social media.
Yeah, and how all these people, like a lot of my favorite artists, like I really thought about it. I am more into them. Like I'm just as much into them as I am into their music. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get into him later. John Mayer. I fucking love John Mayer, and I'm so like just into his whole thing, his whole personality. And there's another artist I've been really into lately, Alexander 23, who, fittingly enough, opened for John Mayer. That's how I found out about him. I went and saw him, and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. So anyway, I've ended up like following his Instagram, and his social media presence is just so strong.
Yeah.
And like just the way he carries himself on social media, and his sense of humor. I was like, wow, I want to be someone people see as like, funny. Like they can go up and I don't want people to see me as like, oh my God, Rylee Bapst. Like he plays guitar, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be like, oh, it's that dude.
It's
he
Rylee.
Like happens to be like
good guitarist. Yeah.
But like I also want to be able to make you cry with my songs.
For sure. You want the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting that you don't want to like your whole persona to be defined by your music.
No, I don't. I care too much about what people think about me as a person, to be honest. For that to be my thing.
I noticed that. I noticed that you're very well rounded. Like if I go on your Twitter or your Instagram, like there like a lot of it's music, but there is like other parts of you.
Yeah.
That basketball is a big one. Are you a Cavs fan?
Yeah, that dude. I'm gonna lie to you. I haven't been on like active on Twitter
since 2021.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking time. But yeah, I mean basketball used to be a big thing for me. I'm more into football now. I'm not too much into sports, and honestly, I've gotten to the point now where music is like my whole life, and just different ways though. I mean, it's more than just playing it anymore now. It's more of appreciating the art.
At what point did that happen, do you think, where music kind of did take over your whole life?
College, for sure. I mean, once I started playing open mics and realizing how good it felt, like just even when I was just getting up and doing covers, like and no one knew who I was or anything, like it was cool to be up there and everyone's cheering for you. You're like, wow, this is awesome. And you get more into live music, especially. I love live. There's a lot of bands I listen to. I only listen to live albums, like Dave Matthews, Tedeschi Trucks Band, Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers. I only listen to live albums.
Those are amazing live bands to listen to.
I just love the live music aspect of it, and I had a point a second ago. I completely lost it on another trail. The art of music, yeah. It just, I don't know, it's just become more like this is what I want to do.
Yeah. So that's interesting because, you know, typically with jam bands and like these live albums, a lot of it is like, you know, it's capturing that improvisation, you know, that feeling. You know, when you're working with Brick City Records, how are you going to try to capture that feeling when you're in a studio space?
It's hard to really, I mean, it's hard to capture. You can't, really. You can't, because I'm not going to be recording with a full band at all times. But I think there's ways I can do it. Like, whenever I play my songs live, I do something just a little bit different every time. Even though there's a lot of them that's just a couple chords. It's not, like, too crazy, but, you know, I can play it different every time, and, like, you can go through and pick which one is the best. Yeah. You know, of how you play it, or like whenever I do guitar solos or anything, like I don't plan on writing anything down. Maybe going through it a couple times to like listen to it and playing over it and being like, okay, this is a theme I want to hit.
Yeah.
Which is with any guitar playing. I think there should always be themes you want to hit, but you should build it differently every time.
Define a theme.
I think with guitar solos, the best ones make you feel something.
Yeah.
Make you go, like the gates of heaven just open. And there's certain, I mean, there really is just certain note choices that do that.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I want to go something, Slow Dancing in a Burning Heart.
Oh, of course.
You know, and his live stuff, he goes, here, like, let me just see that. I'll show you what I mean. I can't do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, we didn't do the bit.
It's okay, yeah.
So, in his live solos, I just really struggled to get that off the table. He'll go, I don't know, something like that. Or
yeah.
He'll hit that every time, but he'll do something different to build it there every time.
And what do you feel when you hear that? Like, what's the feeling you get?
Like, it's just like fucking, I'm laying back, like it all just, it hits like a wave. It just takes you over.
So now that you got your weapon in hand, I want to talk to you about John Mayer a little bit because I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's, you know, you can talk to me about John any day.
So you know, I mean, has he really like come close to his first album? Would you say like
his like Room for Squares?
Room for Squares, yeah.
Has he come close to it? I mean, I think most everything after is better.
Really?
I really my favorite album of his right now, it goes between Continuum and Born and Raised a lot, but I think Born and Raised is his best.
I love Continuum, actually. I do think Continuum. I think Continuum is probably his best.
Yeah. But, I mean, I really think you can go either way. I change, you know, daily.
Yeah.
I listen to each of those like once a month, to be honest.
You know, a lot of people don't give John Mayer the credit he deserves. You know?
Because fucking... Body is a wonderland. Like, that's all people know him for. Like, no one...
Yeah,
that's not him, man. That's not John.
I think if you went up to most people, like, obviously people here at Brick City, we know John.
Yeah.
We know him personally. We hit him up.
We call him first name basis. I also am on a first name basis with him.
But like, if you go up to someone randomly on the street and you're like, hey, like, what do you think of John Mayer as a guitarist? They might not even know how amazing he actually is. You know? Or like the crazy solos that he can shred and stuff like that, or his time spending like with Dead and Company.
Yeah.
You know, so I think, you know, how do you feel about that kind of stigma around John Mayer? Do you feel like that's...
I think that just adds to it because once people find out, and that's what makes me like, just give it a listen.
Yeah.
Just go. I mean, come on. Like, that's just fucking. Like, that's just the most. Like, it just hits every time.
Every time, yeah. So what is your favorite John Mayer song, would you say?
That's a tough one. My favorite one to play is Neon. I'm sure we'll get around to that. But my favorite Mayer song, God, it's between a couple of them. I really love Edge of Desire a lot.
Yeah.
I love If I Ever Get Around to Living. Which is, that's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. Jeez.
I know. I listen to. I'm in.
Okay.
If I ever get around to living, that one. I guess I Just Feel Like's up there right now too.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Okay.
Those ones, and then used to be Gravity was in there. I don't think it is anymore.
Really?
I don't know.
You're done with Gravity. You've heard it too many times, or
I've
something?
heard it too many times. I played it too many times. And my roommate Devin, we do open mics together a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the songs, we're both big Mayer fans, and one of the songs we do is Gravity. But I would be taking lead, and I'd just see him over there. And I'm like, you know what? We're never gonna play this song again. Like, I feel so bad.
So why Neon? Why is Neon like one of your favorite songs to play?
Because it's so unique and out there. It sounds like two different instruments. It sounds like a bass is playing at the same time because you're dropped down to drop C, and it's got this picking pattern that no other song is like. I've never heard it or seen it.
Could you play it for us?
This is the picking pattern, which is so its own thing. Yeah. That in itself is just so percussive. That's what I like about it. It's just so percussive.
Yeah.
And then you just add the.
That was good. Damn, bro. I can tell you played that a lot. That was like perfect,
I've been putting work in on that.
Holy shit.
That took me to get down like that. It was probably like a year and a half.
That is not easy at all to play because there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and like the thumb thing. That's what that taught me, and it's.
Yeah.
I still can't do that one that he does where he's over like that. My thumb's not big enough.
That's crazy.
Stretchy
shit.
But,
yeah. So, okay. Favorite collab.
Favorite collab that I've done.
That you've done.
I played with Jacob Rickman one time at Casa Nueva. And that has been my favorite that I've done out from top to off, Jacob Rickman, and that's been my favorite I've done live. But right now, I'm in with my major CMDI, Contemporary Music Digital Instruments. Two of the guys from a band that's just coming up around here, Lavandula, Zach Winkleman and Landon Elliott, are in my CMDI group right now, and we are just like making great music right now. I mean, we have a song. I'll just give you a little bit of the.
Oh, okay.
That's all you get because I don't know how much you want. Because I did not write that. Zach wrote that from.
That sounds really good. So is any of that going to be on the new album, or is that separate?
Oh, that's a separate thing. Maybe if he allows it, but I mean, I kind of want to keep it that as it is for now.
Separate thing,
and maybe I'll still play it at like shows and open mics and stuff, just as a for me thing, because it's gonna be good once you get it done. But
I felt something from that little snippet right there.
Yeah, it just makes me wanna.
It's like
it makes
it up.
it makes you want to groove. But stuff that we're doing in there right now is just great, and it's nice to lean back and not be taking main guitar.
Sure.
Because Landon is just such a great guitar player. He's phenomenal, and Zach is just great on keys. I'm just leaning back and kind of just doing like filler stuff and singing.
Yeah, which is great. It takes a lot of pressure off of you, you know?
Yeah, and it's fun to just kind of be the front man. Like my hands are free, and that's what I want to do someday too. Is be just like the guitar thing is cool, but I want to be able to have a couple songs where I can go guitar free and just
vocals,
being a performer
for sure. Absolutely.
Because I've realized now that that's what I really want to do. Like the album, any releasing music. Is for people to come to live shows and feel it because I'm just such a proponent of live music.
I was gonna say, to me, I feel like like the audience would have to see you live. Like obviously your course is good, but just from the snippets that I've seen, you know how to kill it live, man. Like you have a strong stage presence. Okay, let's have any shout outs. Any shout outs that you have? I mean, you've given a couple, or maybe like where we can find your music. Let's have you kind of give yourself.
My music's all on Spotify, Apple Music. All that camera, Spotify, Apple Music, under 226, Rylee Bapst, Rylee, not the other way, that's everyone does it. It really pisses me off. Like, they should know by now, right? But, that's where you can find my music. I want to shout out Devin Reisner, my roommate, for being a homie and coming to all my shit. That's good of him. My parents, my family for being pretty, a lot more supportive than I thought they were going to be. Also, Nathan Kane from Plastic Lemonade has been huge in pushing me to the point I'm at now. People at ACRN for getting me the show at the Union, that got me a lot of listens and a lot of fans. Bruce Dalzell and Dave Davey for getting me into writing music and turning me in, getting me out of doing covers. That's all I can think of. Lavandula and Topped Off And yeah, Lavendula and Topped Off, just because I love their music. Yeah.
Sweet. That's great. And last note, is there anything that you're specifically looking forward to with working with Brick City Records?
I'm just looking forward to hear what my music actually sounds like with a full band, because I've never heard it with drums or bass or anything.
Sweet.
I'm just excited to see what I really got going on.
We're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah. Rylee, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for talking to me and agreeing to be part of this. Seriously, we are so excited to see what new music you're going to make in the future. I'm imagining you headlining Bonnaroo one day. Your name's going to be at the top, right next to Frank Ocean and I don't know.
Metallica.
But they'll probably still
Of
be
all
around.
people.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. They got wild.
I can see it, man.
The Rolling Stones still, who knows?
Mick Jagger will still be alive playing,
Yeah.
right next to Keith Richards. Yeah, I mean, you are like that perfect love child of Dave Matthews and Tyler Childers. So we're really excited to hear what music you're going to make with Brick City, and we can't wait to see where you're going to go next. So thank you so much, man.
Yes, man.
And thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's episode of Brick City Tonight. I am your host, MC Araya, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time with our next lovely guest. So, thank you guys for tuning in, but I am signing off. Thank you.